just about a corporate monster, big one, corporate person, creates a race that goes on television with, the goal of the race is for everybody to kill each other. And so she orchestrates, the opposing sides just all for evil pleasure. And in a crude way, that's our world, of course. But we have to understand what the different levels are. Sorry?
Right. And the winner of the race wins their freedom, right? I think that's how that movie goes.
but no, they don't, actually. It's a trick. They take them out to the bridge and say you're free, but then they shoot them. Which I thought was a great point of the movie. There is no freedom in the prison system.
Exactly.
I mean, it's the Earth's prison, as I call it.
Yeah. When we get back, I want to share something that I believe on that Nephilim, or the spooky thing behind Obama and all of them. Hey, we'll be right back after extended break. I know a lot of you are out there wondering about my Bloody Bark radio theater program. Let me quickly update you. It's just about ready. We've made some changes and tweaked it. Want to present the best show we possibly can, folks, and that's why it's been delayed. Plus, everything costs twice as much, takes twice as long to do in the world, doesn't it? And whether you're building a house or you're putting a radio show on. And so that will be out we're going to try to launch it April 1st, which is April Fool's Day, which I think is kind of interesting. Anyway, that is Bloody Bark. And let me also mention that, folks, I have been working a little bit with Global Star, the huge network that carries most all Patriot radio and sends it up to the satellite in the sky, and so that everybody can hear it all over the world. And folks, I've had an idea that is going to run counter to everybody else in this industry, but of course that comes easy for me to want to do something different. I would like to scrap the 5 minutes of news every hour on my show so that we can have an additional 10 minutes of showtime rather than the IRN news. And several of you have complained to me over the months about the news, and maybe it's just you guys that listen to this show. Maybe it's fine with everybody else, but I would really like to scrap it. And if you would like that, if you would like me to scrap the 5 minutes of news and have more showtime, then what I need you to do is right now get on Instant Messenger and encourage me to do that. If I don't get much of a response, I'm going to drop it because it's a headache to do, but I'm willing to pursue it if that's what you want. And you only have less than an hour to encourage me to do it. This is the only time I'm going to ask your opinion on it. So you can instant message me right now if you're listening to the show at BigJohnLipscomb@yahoo.com. Go to the instant message device and do that right now. Hey, here you go. Yeah, they're coming on now. Wow. Jeffrey, I can't even see your instant messenger. Let's see. Before I share my insight about this New World Order structure, I had a bone to pick with you. You know, I'm thrilled to have you on the show. I think you take this show to a whole nother level, and it's really fun just to kind of go back and forth and learn from each other and just feed off of each other's thought. But the bone I have to pick is your book, Telementation. It hasn't shown up in the mail yet. I keep looking every day for the book, and so I guess I'm going to have to go buy it, and I'm fine with that. I'm a pretty tightwad. Well, but why don't you go ahead and tell everybody else how to get Telementation? Because I've got Corporatism, the great book that I was so impressed with well, that's why you're on the show. You're a great author. But go ahead and tell everybody how to get Telementation so that they can do
Telementation, not telescreen.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
You're
thanks,
right.
John. I had no idea you were going to bring that up. Cool. That's great. I love to talk about those. I just put my heart into those. Well, there's Telementation and then the telescreen, but Telementation is my book on meditation. I was first a Buddhist. I rejected everything about religion to just the most incredibly emphatic degree when I was in high school, and become just a huge fiery atheist, and then a very, very strict Buddhist. Often Buddhism is atheistic, as people don't know. And I learned how to do meditation, but I found out through my meditation that, interestingly, that God exists, because those experiences you have are of an omnipresent creator, a lot of the nirvanic experiences, just the same one that they describe in the Bible. But yeah, the Telementation is my little book about how to do meditation. And specifically, it's focused on really the law of attraction, or what I call Telementation. I think that book, The Secret, that's the really famous book on the law of attraction. I hold more and more every day that book was purposely put out to distract. I'm going to probably make enemies at high level saying this, but I have to just say what I think is the truth. That book is, everybody I talk to says, yeah, I read The Secret, tried it for a year, couldn't figure it out, so I'm not doing it anymore. I just find it interesting because when you do read it, they ignore the very specific thing you need in doing the law of attraction. Of course, the law of attraction is the idea that your consciousness can literally shape reality, almost in a telekinetic way. Well, in a telekinetic way. And because the main thing you need to do that is deep, deep feeling. Your deep feelings are what shape reality. If you think reality is horrible and scary, then your life is going to be horrible and scary. If you feel deeply that you're going to have a lot of money in your checkbook, and you really know it to be true because your deep feeling, you will. And I could go on for about a year talking about this, John. So let me just cut to the chase.
Too.
I know that you're sort of skilled in this, interestingly. But yeah, Telementation is just my little manual on how to do it. It's a real how-to book, which I think the book The Secret failed at, unfortunately.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it did. But it's kind of like a stepping stone, the Secret. I think it's almost perfect for the clones, It was mass produced and it had all that, Hollywood glitz, around it. And so, yeah, it's perfect for the clones, but, all of a sudden then they just go back to their job and by noon they forget all of it. And they start doing the sweat equity system, and the praying to Jesus that that Bill dies so that you get his desk.
It never ceases to amaze me how much people will pray and pray and pray, and then nothing happens, and then they don't realize that they're probably not praying the right way. Praying I'll just say it's not about sitting there talking to yourself and not hearing anything back. It's got to be a whole consciousness, whole body experience where you're doing something kind of like what St. Paul was doing on the road to Damascus. That's what I hold.
Yep. So. Yep. Hey, on this, so let's sum it up. Where can they get the book and the?
The best place to get it, if you want the cheapest price, is my website, antimatterradio.com. Those are cheaper prices than Amazon. And we ship it out the next day, and I sign all the books now that we sell. And I really think that that people will like it. It's so different, John, than corporatism. Corporatism is this